you tired of spending hours creating SOPs that nobody ever actually reads? What if I told you AI could create your perfect standard operating procedure in less than 10 minutes? Not kidding. This method has saved me and my clients countless of hours. And today I'm showing you exactly how to do it. Hey there, if we haven't met yet, I'm Yvonne Hyman, aka Evie from AskYvi.com. As a system strategist and ClickUp specialist, I've helped hundreds of business owners transform their chaotic workflows into streamlined systems that actually free up their time. And let me tell you, the resistance to create standard operating procedures is something I hear about every single day. Even I'm guilty of it. My team will tell you how often they've heard me say, I really need to update that SOP. Here's the thing. SOPs are your bridge between you doing everything yourself over and over and over again and having a business that can run without you being involved in every single little mini detail. SOPs are essential if you want freedom in your business, but they don't have to be this massive, time-consuming project that you dread every single day. The method I'm sharing with you has literally transformed how my clients approach documentation, making it simple enough that they actually want to create those SOPs so they can hand off the work. So before we dive into the AI method, let's quickly clarify what makes an effective SOP in the first place. Because even the best AI tool won't help if it doesn't know what we are aiming for. An effective SOP is clear, concise, and actually gets used. Not a 20-page document collecting digital dust somewhere. With that, I did do a little prep today because this is completely interactive today. We will literally build an SOP for my company. What I did is I recorded, and I did not name this. ClickUp, by the way, named this for me. I recorded a clip yesterday for a specific process, and this is literally the process you guys went through to come to this webinar. These are all the steps that need to happen for this webinar funnel to work. I used Clip because love what they're doing now, and clips are also funneling into your ClickUp AI. So not only do I have a complete walkthrough of the process on video right now, and I literally can just copy that link and say, cool, awesome. Here's the video that walks you through exactly what I did. So we're starting to create this standard operating procedure. Manager would be Libby. Process expert right now would be me. Tools used in this process, go high level. Then we also have, what do we have? We have ClickUp. We also have AskYvi.com, which is WordPress. Do we have anything else? No, I think Go High Level is actually everything in there. Last time the process was reviewed is actually today because we're updating it. And then I literally just plug in the clip recording in here. If somebody wants to walk through and watch the whole process, go knock yourself out. However, most people don't want to do this, right? So with that, you want to record your process. Don't overthink it and be precise. Coming back to the comment of, yes, I want to give all of the information, but not too much. In your recording process, you want to give too much information. Think of it this way. When I record SOPs, I talk through everything I do. And I literally even say, hey, you need to click on the button up on the top right that says this. You want to be as precise and detail-oriented as possible. Describe what you are doing as if somebody does not have the video. And as you can see, it's like I walked through in this standard operating procedure and recording that workflow. I walked through the images we need right in there. Multiple images for each webinar. I walked through setting up the ad event. I walked through duplicating automations, duplicating landing pages, duplicating forms. There is a lot that is happening. As you can tell, this is a huge workflow. Regular standard processes often usually have a maybe like 2 or 3 minute video. This is a multi-step process and a full-on workflow, which is why I chose it, so we have a nice big collection of data. And now we are making it really, really simple. Copy the transcript, pop over to Magi. You are getting from me this specific prompt. I will give that to you. It specifically lays out exactly how an SOP is supposed to look like. Now, I personally love to use Claude 3.7 because I tend to be really to the point, A to B. I love my people and everybody knows how supportive I am and how passionate I am for what I do. I sometimes, though, in doing things, are more focused on the doing things than how I make people feel. Claude really brings a little bit of this emotion back that in the process of writing SOPs I can potentially forget. Hence the using Cloud Sonnet, and I actually use my own personal persona so it knows, hey, it's running, it has additional information about my NLP background and all fun stuff. I plug this in here. As you can see, it knows exactly how that SOP is supposed to look like, and it tells me, hey, I'm ready for you to give me the full transcript, which, by the way, here is the full transcript. And if you have not seen Magi yet, Magi is a interface that gives you access to, I don't even know, 30 different text AIs and 20 different image AIs. And then here is the link to the recording. So we plugged in, the AI knows how this thing is supposed to look like. Evie just talked for 11 minutes, jumping all over the place. We have the recording, we have the transcript, and I give it to AI and let it do its thing. So now what we have done is you record your video. Go as detailed, go as sometimes even crazy, right? When we talk through a workflow, when we talk through a process, oh yeah, I forgot this. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Just say it in the video. You don't have to perfectly showcase the process or the workflow. Just talk through it and be precise. So in this process of recording this video, and you are like, oh my God, we forgot that we need this image. Hey, by the way, don't forget you need to create this image in Canva of this size versus this size, 1920 by 1080, or we need a story image, or oh yeah, I forgot a step in here. Just speak it out loud and precise enough that somebody could follow it even if they don't see the video. And with that, AI just finished writing a whole bunch of stuff. And it took that 10-minute video and concised it down. Now again, it is AI. It is not perfect. However, it finally tells Evie to cut down all of the nitty-gritty and get to the point. And now simply, you can either way do it yourself, or what I like to often do is have somebody on the team that has never run this process. So not even Libby, I would bring somebody else in that now takes this on the way of copying and pasting over. We have everything in here pulled out of your video. Bring somebody in that has never run this process to build out the SOP, to actually create this final SOP and double check. Okay, so we have the goal of to create a comprehensive webinar funnel that efficiently captures registration, delivers automated communication, and drives attendance, enhancing the ability to connect with and convert potential clients. That's done pretty good because I didn't say that in the video, to be honest. What is the outcome? What did it bring in on the outcome? Again, it's like I literally have not run this process. You've seen this is one run of the AI. Fully functional registration landing page, correct, with branding for us. the full email automation sequence for you guys to get the updates and hopefully the proper ad event link, the tracking for the webinar specific tags. Every contact in our webinar funnel gets a tag specifically to the webinar they joined. Updated website. I would update this a little bit. An updated website featuring the latest webinar promotion. Consistent branding and messaging and all over the funnel touch points. So here's the first thing we are running into, and this is why I would have, again, somebody that has not run the process write these and double test them. Because somebody that has not run this process would be like, what are you talking about here? An updated website featuring the latest webinar promotion? What it's talking here is actually the AskYvi website has a page that has all of the masterclasses. And this is where this needs to be updated. So this outcome is not as clear as it could be and should be adjusted. Then cool, what kind of assets do we need? Again, bringing that over. Cool, awesome, double check it. We just went through this with the outcome. I don't need to keep you around to really get all into the nitty gritty with all of this. Automations in this case could be really, really simplified. Because most of the automations is actually a email funnel. So we don't need to mention the 3-day reminder, the 1-day reminder, the 20-minute reminder. It would literally just be email automation for updates and reminders. This is also where you would put any kind of ClickUp automations that might be running on list or folder level. And now we are getting to the really nitty gritty. This is where we are coming to the actual process. Cool. Step 1, get your assets ready. And I like to make this actually bigger. There we go. Prepare all necessary assets, meaning get ready to actually build this thing, right? Cool, awesome. Full assets, create the funnel, pop that in here. Now you can see if I would have only have a toggle menu here that says prepare all necessary assets. So imagine all of this down here would be hidden. Somebody, even without ADHD, wouldn't be able to tell, holy cannoli, I need this image, and I need that image, and I need that image. And I need to actually set up the calendar event, which needs the title, the time, the Zoom link. And I need AI to generate description and email content and call to actions for me. It would look like, oh yeah, I can get this done in 5 minutes. And believe me, my brain has done this, 5, 6, 7 times. It still thinks all of this, I can just go on the fly and get it done in 15 minutes. It doesn't go that fast. And that's where you really want to pay attention on writing these standard operating procedures and be able to deliver the impact of what this work has. And somebody that doesn't make the connection between I know the process and I know this takes 15 minutes, that needs to see all the things they need to do to understand the time commitment that comes with this. And then there is a warning actually happening in here. So what we want to do is you can copy and paste it from the bottom, or you can just do a red banner that says inconsistent images will cause display issues across platform. So that means, hey, by the way, make sure you don't screw up the sizing of the images. There is a reason the hero image for the landing page has these weird numbers. This written, when I read this, inconsistent image dimension will cause display issues across platforms. This is like, okay, cool AI, you just used fancy English again. Get to the point. So that's where sometimes we go back and tell AI, use simple English and skip all lingo. AI has the tendency to just give you all of the lingo and huge transformation and all of these fancy words that nobody actually uses. Clean up for it. You repeat the process for each one of these steps. Repeat the process, and whoever is creating that final document on the split screen can double check to ensure what is there makes sense and is followable? Can easily be followed. As you see, there is the different steps with sub-tasks to it. Now, the nice thing in here is AI already has set this up perfectly to become tasks and subtasks. Right there, configure each step. This needs to be clear, which step. So you want to have this a little bit more clear, because if you just read this out of context, it's like, what step? I know it. It's the steps in the webinar funnel, but what does that mean? You really want to skip broad terms. In this case, rather than configure each step, I would say configure each page in the sales funnel steps and go high level. Be precise. And then with that, we have all of this going on. Perfect. You literally just rinse and repeat, get the steps in, get the tasks in. Now let's see what it did as quality control. There we go. We are all the way on the bottom, which sometimes we just want to check. Not these. Where is my checklist? There it is. Just mark them all, turn them into a checklist. Complete test registration. Yes, I didn't say that in the video, by the way. I did not say go test the form and make sure the thing actually works. Confirming that the welcome email is there, correct information, and working calendar links. As some of you might have seen, the ad event was at the wrong time zone. Double check for desktop and mobile views. That is actually one issue and that I haven't done for the next webinar yet. So thank you, AI, especially because sometimes your desktop view is different than your mobile view. So if I go high level, it shows everything building on desktop view, but we did some resizing on the mobile view. So sometimes those things don't update. And remember, how often are we using phones? We want to make sure this goes clear. This is a part of our automation. Every time somebody signs up, we get a Slack message, and ensure the links are right. So AI did actually really great on these quality control checks that I did not even mention in the video. Now that you've seen how I use AI to create our SOPs, let me share 3 quick tips that make this process even more effective. First, always review and personalize what AI creates. It's a tool, not a replacement for your expertise. Second, keep your SOPs in a central location within ClickUp where your team can easily access them. And third, remember that good SOPs evolve. Set a reminder to review them quarterly, and don't do what I do and say 5 times, I should be updating this SOP. And here's your permission slip for today. You don't need to create the perfect SOP from scratch. It is completely okay to leverage technology to make this process easier. The goal isn't to have the most detailed standard operating procedure. It's to have SOPs that actually get used and free up your time and mental space. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more systems and automation tips. And I'd love to know, what's the first process you are going to document using this AI method? Drop it in the comments below. For more help streamlining your business systems, check out my video, the ClickUp workflow that saved me 5 hours every week, right here. And before you go, I've created a free ClickUp SOP template that works perfectly with this AI method. Grab it in the description below and you'll be creating effective SOPs in no time. See you in the next video.